Okay, everyone. It's already 5 p.m. here in the Philippines, or 9 a.m. GMT, London time, and we will now start our second webinar about MACD CSM. We will just have our market review for the trades that we took last week and some possible trades that or pairs that we could take this coming week. To all the new members of the group, there are some parameters that I've already discussed on our first webinar. The link is on the group on my YouTube channel, and you can just replay the video so you would understand all the parameters that we have on MACD CSM. The only parameter I have added here is only one. It's a y-axis currency value. If you put a value here, the figures here or the values will just move on y-axis, so it will just comes down here. So you can just move it up or down here. It's the y-axis currency value. And so now we will just have some market reviews and how I see the market based on my MACD CSM indicator. So I know in the group I gave two signals this week. It's actually wait, I have to delete this. I know it's AUDJPY and CAD because these AUDJPY have three arrow ups last week. So, but before the market closed, uh, the signal changed. So at first, I know I've entered the trade like around here. So it's around 36 pips. But if you didn't manage to close it, you are negative 46 as of now. As I've said on the group chat, because I'm not really trading this past 2 weeks of January, the first 2 weeks of January, since the market is slow, is a bit unpredictable because of the holidays. And on this coming week, the third week of January, I will start trading again and focus more on trading. So that's why we just have our webinar today. Anyway, to all those members who have questions, you can just chat me again on Telegram or on Facebook. Comment your questions there. I'll try to answer as much as I can, and the participants on our webinar. I hope some more members would be able to join so I can entertain more questions. So yeah, at first this is the AUDJPY. If you have a buy here and you put your positive SL, this could be positive. But if not, it's fine. You can just hold it. Until now, this this buy trend is still valid. And as you can see, the trend is still going up. So it might just be a possible retracement for these past days, the last day, I mean this Friday, and the buy trend is still, or the bull trend is still possible here. The same as on CAD JPY, because as you can see, the market bias here is still a buy, and sometimes the market would just have a retracement, but it's fine. So on CAD JPY that I gave, if you manage to exit, it would be around 46 pips or 470 points, and negative 36 pips. I know there are a couple of trades that I checked this week. I know on the group there is one member who traded the EUR CAD. I actually saw this like it was the start of the week around this time, around, what was that, January 12, and it was posted on our group. If you manage to take this EOR CAD, the sell signal, it's around 150 pips. Again, for you to be able to know that you would enter a trade, you should always base the signal on H1, H4, and D1. The MACD CSM indicator will give you this the signal on these three time frames: the hour 1, hour 4, or the daily chart. And as you can see, the ER CAD is still sell on H1, H4, D1. So if I'm I'm checking this, if I would check this, okay, guys. So for example, as you can see, there is still a sell here, right? And it's still going down. And the last sell signal that we got was 3 hours before the market closed. But this is the analysis that I'm doing. Here, for me, EOR CAD is still good. Because if you would check the support and the resistance on H4, it's still inside the support and resistance around here. So for me, it's still valid. But since it's almost at the lowest price on H4 time chart, usually I don't take these trades anymore. But on H1, it's still fine. That's why this signal here, the sell signal here, last January 12, is still a good trade for me. But this one, actually, I didn't enter this trade anymore. First because this one is valid, and this one is still valid, the sell here. But this one for me, I guess I would have hesitate a bit. For me, it's a 50-50. Even it's a sell on three time frames, I would a bit hesitate here because as you can see, it's almost at the support price. And if you would able to take it, for me, it's just around 60 pips. And I don't actually like this because the price is too low already. Usually, if I would take this trade, I would at least wait for the price to break the support price first. If the price is below around 1.53119, I hope you can see it. The price is around here. If the price break this line, I would think about entering the trade again. But for now, I have to wait because usually supports are something that I respect, and usually there is a retracement during this on these charts. Then one moment. I hope did someone comment? Okay, no questions so far. Then let's go to, we're done with AD, ER CAD, AJPY, CAD JPY, and GBP USD. This was posted on our group too. So the trade that I saw last week was this part, the GBP USD, because as you can see, this one it's going down already. Because last Friday, it was yesterday, Friday, the signal went down already around this time. But if you're able to check or find the signal, I know this some members posted this, the GBP USD trade, you would have been at least made 170 pips. Or if you didn't close it, 65 pips. Anyway, guys, this is what I do, huh? If you manage to reach at least 170 pips, you have to save some of your profits. If you guys are familiar with a positive SL, you should at least, for example, you manage to enter a buy here at this price. One moment. At this price around 1.35257. Then if the price went up around here, at least have a positive SL of 100 pips, maybe around here, or half of the profit. So for example, it's 170, you can have a positive SL around 100 pips or 120 pips. So at least if the market reversed, you are already positive. It's assured profit. It's a secure profit. You have to secure your profit first because sometimes the market would reverse, and I always prefer to have a positive SL. I don't actually use a trailing stop. I always use a positive SL. Wait, someone commented. Look on EUR USD. Let's check EUR USD. Okay, for me, let me evaluate this trend as of now. Okay, so for me, this one is not valid yet. Based on MACD CSM, I would still wait for this trend to go down because this is how I check the market. Okay, I will try my best to analyze the market as how I see it, so you would be able to see it, guys. So at first, you would see that H1. how would I be able to so you would guys see this properly? You would see on EUR USD H1 is going down, is sell, H4 is sell, and H4 is and D1 is buy. So if you will put this into our rule, you should still wait for D1 to at least be a sell for you to enter the trade. But since one of the time frames is a buy, I won't enter the trade. But so for now we have to wait for EUR USD to go down. Oh, this is good because as you can see, the lines of EUR, the EUR is yellow, and the line of USD is going down already. So it would be a sell on D1 already. But most of the users actually, even the signal, if the EUR and USD crossed on D1, it means the signal would come from D1. Sometimes I do take these trades, but most of the time, a lot of users too are using H1 as the signal comes where the signal comes from. It means that the line of line of EUR and line of USD would cross on H1, not on D1. But if once this cross, there would be a possible sell on this on EUR USD soon because I guess the price is very near to each other already. See, it's negative 35.6 and negative 39.7. It's just around 4.1 pips difference between the two. So let's just wait for now for EUR USD. We just need to wait for this to cross and wait for another signal in H1. But sometimes if you would ask, I also enter on H4. But sometimes on D1 I think about it. But on H1 and H4 I always enter a trade. But most of the users only prefer H1. So I guess Marcus, I've answered your question about EUR USD. And let's check some more trades that we have this week. The EUR GBP is good too this week. Uh, because the week, okay, I'll put a rectangle here so we would have, I guess I'll change the color. Let's put aqua. Okay. Is this better? Or maybe what? Indigo or spring green or something. Oh, it hurts more. Let's check. Let's a brown. Okay, this is the signal for this week. Okay, the one that has a brown here. So if you would check the signal, oh, the cell signal is gone. I'll just remove this, guys. So this is the signal for this week since January 11. EUR GBP says that H4 and D1 are already going down. So the trade that was taken around this time, I know there are some members who took this trade too, is the sell on H1. As you can see, the time frame is H1 and there was a sell on H1. So if you manage to take the trade here, it's 120 pips if you didn't close the trade until now. And EUR GBP is a big pair actually. The conversion rate for GBP is higher than usual pairs than other pairs. So this is the trade that you take last week. If you manage to see the signal, then how have you set the signals? Is this Marcus, the member of the group? So because if the signals actually by default, the default parameters of the indicator, you would be able to get the signals. And at times you would see some comments here at the upper left corner where it will tell you what kind of signal do you get on H1, H4, or D1, and it will show what pairs are available at the moment for you to trade or for you to enter that signal. So that's the EUR GBP, and I know there's a signal on EUR NZD too. EURNZD. So if you would check it, it's a sell here and a sell here. But suddenly on H4, yeah, because this Friday, the market moves so good Monday to Thursday. But last Friday, the market reversed. As you can see, that's why there's a buy signal here now on H1. But if you manage to see the signals on EURNZD, it was the entry point is around this sell signal, the sell arrow here. So if you manage to enter, it's around 100 pips. So, but if you didn't exit this trade, you are negative 17 or negative 18 as of the moment. That's why I keep on telling everyone, all the members, if you have at least positive 100 pips of profit, make a positive SL or a positive stop loss around 50 pips. At least 50 pips difference between the price, the profit, and your positive stop loss. So if ever the market reversed around here, you already secured 50 pips profit. Uh, so for now, it's still ranging. If this price goes up more, and once the signal crossed again, this is gonna be a valid sell again. For now, the market is having a retracement on EURNZD. As you can see, there's a buy here, but take note, guys, you don't have to take this buy, huh? Because the signal, the overall market biased on H4 and D1, and D1 is sell. So for now, we will just wait for the market to have a retracement, and uh, once these two lines crossed again and the arrow sell comes out, you can enter sell on EURNZD again. But for now, we have to wait now. And yeah, I hope you guys manage to get a positive profit here on EURNZD. Then let's check GBP CAD. GBP CAD. I know I have already checked the market, and for now, GBP CAD has a potential buy. For now, for this coming week, you don't have to enter yet. We just have to wait. There would be a possible buy on a GBP CAD soon, because once these two arrows crossed on H1, there would be a buy signal here. For now, let's just wait until the market moves, and this is one of the pairs that you can watch this coming week, which is what's the today is January 16 on 18 or 19. We just have to wait for GBP CAD to cross. And GBP JPY, I know there is a user too. Did I discuss GBP JPY? I guess not yet, right? Because I've seen the signal on a group. Some members posted GBP JPY too on the group, and if you manage to enter it, so H4 is valid, D1 is valid, so there is a possible buy here. If you manage to see the trade here, you are positive 130 pips. So since it's 130 pips, you should secure at least 80 pips from here. It's just a minus 50. 130 minus 50 pips is around 80 pips. So at least you secured 80 pips here. And if you would continue the market, so for example, you manage to enter here, you exit around this point, and the market goes down again. For now, we have to wait again. So GBP JPY, we should wait for GBP JPY again to have a sell. I mean to have a buy this coming week. Since the market retraced already, it went down. The price went down. We should buy GBP JPY soon, because H4 and D1 are still strong on GBP. See, the GBP is very strong here. It's fine if JPY is just the third highest, since the GBP is really strong. JPY is GBP is strong too on D1, and JPY is negative. See, that's why for now we have to wait for this pair to cross again, and once these two lines crossed again, there would be a buy on GBP JPY soon. So let's check other pairs that we can watch for this week. maybe USD CAD. It's a pair that you can watch to, and we can wait for it because H4 is a sell and D1 is sell. So for now, USD CAD is having a retracement too. That's what happens when the market retraced this Friday. As you can see, it's going down since Monday. This is Monday, and Tuesday it goes down already. Wednesday it goes down. Thursday, but Friday it went up again. And if you manage to enter USD CAD around here, you would have 100 pips again and secure the 50 pips. You are positive 50 pips. Then once it went up again, let's just wait for the market to cross again. This red and yellow, red and white line. Once these two lines crossed again and there is a sell signal here, we can re-enter USD CAD because H4 and D1 signals are still strong. See, the D1 signal is around here. So we can still wait for it, the USD CAD. I hope the market will really start moving this week because usually the market moves at the third week of January. That's why I took a long vacation for 2 weeks. I mean, not 2 weeks, but since the third week of December, I'm not trading anymore because of the holidays. So what more? Do you guys, to the people who's watching on Facebook or on our Telegram group, you can chat me, guys, if you have any question. And to the members who are at our Zoom meeting, kindly you can just chat me, guys, if you have any questions. Or is there a chat? Okay, so far I guess no questions, right? Again, to all people who just came in and who have the indicator already, our first webinar is on my YouTube channel, so you can check the parameters of our MACD CSM and you would understand how to use it. So AUD CAD, let's check for some more pairs. Oh, this one, USD JPY. So as you can see, USD JPY has a long trend of sell already since May. So it means on USD JPY, what would we only take our sell? So we will go to H4. So H4 has a just sell a few days ago here. And since H4 has already a sell here, we will wait now for H1 to have a sell. So once a sell signal is came in here, we can enter a trade. For me, USD JPY so far is a good trade because as I said before, guys, I only enter inside the support and resistance. So this is the resistance price and this is the support price. So once the market goes up more, or once the signal crossed here and gave us a sell signal, it's a good sell for me because it's inside the support and resistance, and the price is quite high here, so it's something that we can wait for too, since it's just crossed on a buy signal here. So let's wait for USD JPY this week if there would be a sell. One more. USD CHF is not valid as of now because it's a buy on H1 and H4 and a sell on D1. I already discussed about USD CAD and ZDUSD. You just have to wait. And if you have a buy, if you ever have a buy signals here, it's already signal that you should exit because as you can see, it's both sell here already. To end to everyone again, because usually this is how we exit. Okay, the first one I told you is a positive SL, but if you're not negative, if you're still negative, sometimes you really have to exit because as I said, for example, this time I will discuss this again. Okay, the AUD JPY fair, something the signal that I gave this week. So for example, AUD JPY has a buy here, right? Let's discuss about There's a I know the I took the signal around here at AUDJPY. So this is a buy because H4 and D1 is a buy, and suddenly the market goes down and we are negative 46 pips here. So if you are negative, the other way for you to exit here is once H4 signal went to sell. So let's see. Oh, it's as you can see now. So as you can see now, H4 has a sell signal here. It means on the once the market opened on Monday, if you have an AUD JPY, it should be closed already. Uh, it should be closed already, the AUD JPY trade, because there's a sell here. So on Monday, this signal will be a sell already. CAD JPY. So far, CAD JPY, it's still fine. And if you still have a trade at this pair, you can just simply hold it. CAD JPY. Actually, this is something that I'm hesitant to give back then, because when I checked AUD JPY, it's already above. The price is already high here. So you can see this is the resistance. Support is around here, and the price is really high already for a buy. But it's fine because the market is still really not moving that much since after the holidays. So what are the things that I didn't discuss yet? The AUD NZD for members who able to take this trade, the AUD NZD this week, you are still positive 24 pips as of the moment. It's still valid. Just wait until next week if we would already close this trade or have a positive SL stop loss. I guess that's all the things I need to discuss. Do some members or some viewers that we have right now have more questions? Like, do you want me to discuss some more pairs that you could watch over for this coming week? Let's check the group. I'll check the group if I got some chats. Okay. No questions, guys, for everyone. For all the viewers and non-members of the Telegram, you can just join the Telegram group that we have right now, or the link on the product is you can just PM me if you want to buy the MACD CSM. And to some more viewers or to some members, I hope, do you guys have a question? Some questions about the market analysis that we have. EURCHF. Oh yes, EURCHF still valid. It was still last January 8th. Oh, that's why I didn't saw it, because I wasn't trading this time. First week of January, I wasn't trading. But if you guys manage to check trade EURCHF and traded at the first week of January, you are positive 80 pips on EURCHF till now. And for now, you can still hold the EURCHF trade, because as you can see, the gap between the two lines are still a bit big. Do you guys still have questions? Because I guess I've already discussed some of the market reviews or some pairs that you can wait for this coming week. The EUR/NZD, something that you can wait for. Can you explain a little bit about the infinite? Oh, sorry, Kathy. I'll just discuss the multi-currency indicator that you have on a different one. Maybe we will have I'll discuss it to you on Telegram. But let's focus on MACD CSM for now, because all the members here are waiting for it. MACD CSM. I'll discuss about that indicator to you. Don't worry. So EURUSD, GBP AUD, GBP CAD. I already opened this one. GBP NZD. So far, no valid trades for now, because D1 is sell, H1, H4 is a buy. But probably if D1 went up soon, oh yeah, the trend on GBP NZD might change soon because if these two if these two lines cross on GBP NZD, the market trend on GBP NZD on daily would change. So for now, it's still wait. We should still wait for this. What's this? Do you use another indicator EMA to confirm signals? No, I don't use EMA or other indicators. The only indicator I use is this one, the MACD CSM, and support and resistance. I always check for support and resistance. If the price is within the support and resistance, I would take the trade. But if the the price would soon break the support and resistance, I usually hesitate to enter the trade. But mostly it's just a MACD CSM. What more? GBP USD. I already talked about this, I guess. All the NZD pairs right now are quite neutral. As you can see, H1 and H4 is sell and the buy here. It's still neutral. We still have to wait for this to start trending. There's another question here. Let me read it, guys. I am mostly trading on H1, so in this case, shall I check the currency strength meter for the respective pair on D1 or H1? Uh, can you please elaborate more about your question? You're talking about actually, if you, mostly you can just like any other users, our trades are mostly based on H1. I mean the entry. The H1 is the entry. H4 and D1 are for the trends. So first, before you check a trade, H4 and D1 must have the same trade. So for example, as you can see here at ADCHF, it's a buy on H4 and it's a sell on D1. Then we will check AUDCHF. It's a sell, right? So for now, we will wait for H1 to get a buy signal. Once the signal on H1 is a buy, you can enter the trade. So that's how we check the market. So AUDJPY, it's a buy here and it's a buy here. So we will wait for the market to have a buy signal on AUDJPY so we can enter the trade. So GBP CAD is a buy on H4 and a buy on D1. So we will wait for this pair to on H1 to have a buy signal. Because if you would check, for example, as you can see, EUR CAD has sell on H1, H4, and D1. On this type of example, it's already trending. See, it's already trending. That's why we got the signal here at Monday, right? If you guys remember, there are some members who have a trade on EUR CAD, and it's a sell already that time. So it's 150 pips. If you manage to see the signal when the market opened. So you are positive 150 pips on EUR CAD as of now. So for AUDCHF, shouldn't we enter even though H1 is not aligned? No, no, no. We will only enter a trade if H1 is aligned. So for now, we have to wait for H1 to give us a buy signal. You won't enter the trade yet. You won't enter AUDCHF as of now. We will wait for this arrow to be a buy. And you will see a comment here. You will see the indicator will give you a signal here. It says like AUDCHF H1. So it means there's a signal on hour 1 time frame on AUDCHF, and it's a valid signal that you can enter. Okay, that's good if it's clear now. Any more questions? Because I guess I'll be ending our webinar soon. Example here's another question. Example USDCHF. Where is USDCHF? USDCHF has been in a long downtrend for a long term now. If D1 goes up, can I take it as a swing trade? Let's check USDCHF, okay, guys? Just to answer some more questions. Let's check the D1 time frame first. As you can see, USDCHF has a sell around this time at October last year. The last sell was May 25, and there's a little bit of buy here for just a short period of time. Then it's a sell again. So for a long, if D1 is going up, okay, yeah. For now, we have to wait for USDCHF to have a buy signal on D1. But sometimes I don't take trades on D1 anymore. Or I usually base trades H1 and H4. If I find the setup for me is really good, I would take even it's on D1. But usually I would analyze it if it's on D1. Uh, but for now, for basic entry, for a simple entry for everyone, just base, just don't enter on D1 yet. Let's wait for D1 to give you a good signal. So let's wait for D1 to have you a buy first here, then a buy on H4, then let's wait for H1 to give you an entry point on H1. So we will base our entry then on H1, not on D1. I've got some more questions, I guess. On MQL5 website, you explained that if the crossover is far from MACD zero line, the signal is not strong. Are you taking this point into consideration for H1? For now, I don't take that consideration anymore. As long as H1, the very basic principle that I'm taking now is as long as H1 is has the entry point and it's inside the support and resistance, I would take the trade. Yeah. I know the zero line because usually in the zero line that I'm talking about, it would already give you a good setup on that time. But if it's H1 is really strong on MACD CSM. That's why most of the users are entering on H1 trend because for example H4 and D1 will already give you a good trend about a certain pair, but you will always base your entry on H1 because H1 is your key on entering your trade. And usually, guys, this is what we do, huh? If uh, if H1 reversed and H4 reversed trend, for example, you have a buy on AUD CAD, for example, huh? Let's give one example. You have an entry on AUD CAD, or maybe this one. This is the example that a very good example that I could give you for the exit. There's a buy signal on AUD JPY this week, right? If you saw the Telegram group, there is a buy signal here around this buy. That's why if you manage to exit this, it's good if you have positive 30 pips. But if not, you are negative 46 pip as of the moment. And the H1 has a sell signal already. And if you check H4, here it's still positive. But once this candle closed on Monday, this is a certified sell already. So this means on Monday, this will be a sell. And this means that your buy trade last week should now be closed. You should close the ADJPY already. So that's how we exit the trades. Take note, guys, huh? It's not always 100% that you are always positive. Yeah, if you would see the signals on our Telegram, mostly it's we are positive. If you would notice that, most of our signals are positive. That's why there is a member. I forgot. I guess it's Pasmir or what. He made 312 pips already, right? Because most of our trades are positive, but not everything, not all of our trades. There are really some trades that we will get negative or we will have a loss, but it's fine. As you can see, we are just negative 40 pips on AUDJPY and we already exit. What more, guys? Do you have more questions? Yeah, yeah. There is no 100% profit indicator. I guess that's it for everyone. I've already discussed our market review, and I hope it will help you for this coming week to have a good market bias, or to have a good market overview for this coming week. Next week we will have our webinar again, and we will make it if it's 9 a.m. This Saturday. Next week it's gonna be in the evening. So other members who are living on a different time zone would be able to join our webinar. I hope to see you guys there. If no more question, I'll end the Telegram now. What's the name of your Telegram channel? I'll I'll send the link here, George, the Telegram channel. I hopes to see you guys next week on our webinar, and check for the signals on our Telegram this week. Have a good day, everyone. Have a nice weekend.